Just a quick look at the Cairns Post. And this, again, it could be a newspaper in WA. The Vax chief calls for action to speed up the region's dismal jab rate.
Yep.
COVID SOS to Mayor. The Army General overseeing Australia's National COVID Vaccine Task Force has directly called on Mayor Bob Manning to inspire Cairns to shake its status as a vaccination straggler. Lieutenant General John Fruin wrote to the Mayor on Tuesday, urging him to do whatever it takes to drastically improve the region's dismal jab rate. I say this, please hurry, because I know that a lot of people are holidaying from the Territory in Cairns and far north Queensland. I want Lieutenant General John Fruin to also write to Premier Mark McGowan and Anastasia Palaszczuk.
Well, I loved what Chris Dawson said, was it today?
Who is WA's vaccine commander.
Of course. I forget that our dear friends in the East wouldn't have a clue who I'm talking about, but he's also our police commissioner.
Not the man that was a suspect at the centre of the Australian protest.
Very different Chris Dawson, police commissioner and vaccine commander, master and commander. You know, he was very blunt. He was more blunt than the Premier's been in a year and a half, more blunt than Roger Cook's been. He just basically read it how it is. And I do remember our Clayton's lockdown back in April when the vaccination numbers surged. There were all those lines. It's like reality mugs people. You don't want it to have to get to that.
Yeah.
And we have been lucky.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're the most isolated joint in the nation. We've been lucky.
So is Cairns, obviously.
Yeah.
Townsville and places like that. I don't want it to get to the point where West Australians are lining up on Christmas Day to get their vaccine as opposed to going to Christmas lunch with family.
Well, I've already been jabbed, so I'll be sitting down to my Italian lunch, whether it's by myself, with the dog, in lockdown, or with the family.
Indeed. Over to the Australian next, and a beautiful front page, as always, by Chris Dorr. From climate heroes to net zeros.
Nice, I like that.
Senior nationals are threatening to delay endorsement of Scott Morrison's net zero 2050 plan until they secure guarantees more ambitious climate targets will not damage jobs or regional economies in a move that risks splitting the government. It's Groundhog Day, isn't it?
It is.
An interesting party room meeting on I guess today, and then obviously on Sunday when this goes to the Nats.
I feel like it's a work in progress, right? I feel like it's a dysfunctional relationship that's edging its way forward.
Yeah.
And I do think the one I guess position of grace I would give them is it's such a seismic leap for these guys.
Yeah.
But also there are differing views around how to tackle these issues.
Yeah.
So I'm of the view that energy poverty and plunging the nation into energy poverty just to satisfy green ideology, not a good thing.
Not great.
I want my mum to be able to pay for her power bills.
And that's the thing. Just come out with some clean,
let's be honest,
costing so we know where we're going.
And if we are not having a discussion around net zero if we're not having one that involves nuclear, we are not being honest with ourselves.
Yeah. And I said this on the show last night with Matt Cunningham. I just want them all to go into a room, whether it be party room or the pub, whatever, shut a door and have a massive conversation, a really honest, raw conversation about things like nuclear, renewables, hydrogen, and where we go with emissions.
Totally. It's not like...
If it takes days, fellas, it takes days.
And the issue with renewables is affordability, efficiency, and a lot of the green tech isn't that green. Ask someone how green and sustainable wind power is, for example.
Yeah.
Not very. Solar, not very.
Thank you, narrator.